Hello, Precision Volume Traders. It's Dale coming to you from PrecisionVolumeTrading.com. It is February the 15th, Presidential Day. Another video from us. Hope you'll check it out and be a winner with Precision Volume Trading. But first, let me get our risk notice out of the way. No representation is being made that the use of any Precision Volume Trading strategy, system, or trading methodology will generate profits. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. There is substantial risk of loss associated with trading securities, futures, options, and equities. Please, only risk capital should be used to trade, as trading offers great rewards. Trading does offer great risk. Trading may not be suitable for you. Please understand that trading is very, very risky. And we do not want you to risk money that you cannot afford to trade with, as trading is very risky. If you have any questions in that area, please do not hesitate to consult with your financial advisor. And always, if you have any questions, please send us an email. That's precisionvolumetrading@gmail.com. All right, guys, today, this video we're going to push out to you today is the title is Using Fractal Support and Resistance. We want you to see the real truth in the fractal support and resistance. All right, so let's dive into some charts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this video, as I stated, we're going to demonstrate the fractal support and resistance that we use at Precision Volume Trading. Now, this video will kind of give you a little bit more insight in how to use fractal support and resistance. So as we can kind of see here, this is on Tuesday, the February the 9th, and I'll kind of work through the week here, many setups, but want to start out with this one. We can see that we have a low that was put in here at 923. We see some good volume boxes, and then we make a swing point pullback here at 930 even. We do a little push down. Our support and resistance now makes a place for us to try to get some support and resistance. We come back and test this with a higher low on top of our volume, already on top of another higher volume. This here is a buy signal for me. My risk at this point, it can only be just to another new low. We then come in and get a green arrow candle telling us that we are going higher in price. So this would be my first trade setup. Now, obviously, I'm not talking about the volume boxes, the half gap, the full gap, those other things. This is only about how we use our green support and resistance. This is telling me that we've already tested this side of the support and resistance, done a perfect little pullback in the swing point, gotten green, and lifted and blown through the resistance side for the upside. So let me kind of clear the camera and we'll go to the next one. All right, using the same zone here, since we had a good pullback and took off, we're sitting on one of our quarter lines. The next next swing point support comes in. Another green support lift off of our swing point. We can see we've got another higher low here. So we know at that point, obviously, we're on top of the half gap number. We're trying to get on up for the next full 415 close gap here. So the objective was is our support and resistance is continuing to push off. If I want the trade right here is just wait for the support and resistance to be tested. And if it makes a new low, I do not have to hold the risk. An obvious thing of getting in at 68, I could put a stop below my previous candle here at 67. And if we just wicked below 66 half, I've got only there a 9-tick stop there. So that's a real risk avert trade, making higher lows. Our resistance is no longer red, it is purple. We're going green, constantly moving up here, making new highs. All right, let's drive on to some of the short sides. This is in Tuesday still, so we're going to do a couple here on the resistance side. Wow, what we see red arrows coming. We see the big volume now. We can honestly see this is where the actual money is from our pricing zone of 13,677 to 13,670. Well, honestly, we got a red, a yellow. Ding, 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 ding. We're starting to go backwards. And why? Well, over here to our left, we can see we never did on this high and this low of doing a 561.8 pullback. The market's going to come back for that. All right, so we get in through the volume. We make a push down into the volume. We're red. We come right back up. All right, do we get a perfect 61.8 test on our resistance line? That's the short side for me, starting to push back down. Even our red arrow, even through the volume, gives us the location of the trade. Resistance line here, red arrow line here. Now we've made it back to the 50%, half pull, half gap on the downside, and then reaching our target line here of 13,658. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me take another support and resistance trade in the following day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this will be our Wednesday, the 10th. Again, Wednesday the 10th, the 9:30 open is 13,742.75. And by the way, there was some red and downside trades here, but this video is using our fractal support here. So we want to simply say, yeah, okay. So we do see a swing low and we do see a swing high. And by the way, on this swing point here, 61.8, let's measure this swing high and this swing low. Gosh, a support right here, pull back to the bottom of the volume, centipede trying to make a lift up here. So we're literally getting support with no more sellers at this current time to get on up from our support line all the way up to our red up here. Now our support takes us on up, but in our previous videos that wasn't our real setup, but this was our support line. And what did we wick down to was our next support line after it had pulled up. So we still had a little bit more to go. Now we did not make any more new highs here at this point. So yes, once the swing had pushed up, support pushed up also. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on the next trade setup here, same time frame, same day. As we can see, we had a major push down here. This is not the trade setup, but our guy was in the trade setup here, but support and resistance. So we know we had a support line. We pushed back up here. And as the diagram we always want to make for sure of, we're looking for a good 61.8 500 retracement. And then to see our resistance come in. Our resistance line came in. We're red. The volume came in as well here. We're selling the resistance lines. Even a money bar came in. Even the red line is pushing down. The right swing point pullbacks are coming in. So yeah, now this presented a sale opportunity for us here. This also presented a sale opportunity here. Now we didn't get the big points, but I love taking that resistance line down to a calculated point. So at this point, yeah, I mean, it's still exactly the same thing. And as we can look to our left from our swing point high to the next pullback, we got another 61. So we're looking for our red to retracement down. Yeah, we didn't break through our swing point there. Had a small stop loss there. But once we start to see the greens getting higher lows, well, we know that we're no longer making new lows. We get support. Our support lines are now lifting, and we're testing these. So we're looking for upsides as long as it's going to go to the upside. Where was my longs here? Well, okay, once we got in support, after testing this, I'm looking for, oh, wrong line. What is the pullback? Well, I did finally come into, let me make the camera bigger. We did come into the 61.8 zone right there, and then lifted out of our support area to the right. Let me clean the board. I actually had a red support line, a resistance, and a green support and resistance, and a price level that we could not get back through this price level. So the upside would be at 13,728 through 13,730 to push right back up on here to the upside. And if we also just look, we can actually see by drawing line up, line down at that point, coming right back to our support, getting support, and then doing exactly the same thing, going right back up, making an equal distance move off of the support and support at the bottom. Ladies and gentlemen, that is just perfection off of our support line, pulling back to our support line, and then heading on back up to the next level. All right, so now at this point, let me clean the camera and get to the next setup. Okay, here's the next setup in the same time frame. Let me kind of get the cursor over here. We were talking about this move up. Now, we know this is our guy here. This is the trader that is controlling the day. We know that at Precision Volume Trading. That's where we have that location there. So we're starting to see red up above on our resistance. We don't see any more green here. We're starting to push down. We're back again under our trading leader of the moves here. So right, we get our first little pullback, and let's just see how long it takes from the swing point to see the pullback. Well, from the swing point up and the swing point down, we come right into a 500 test, which is the red, and sell again. Now here's where the selling really commences. So we can actually see here by coming to the right, we've got the big volume underneath us as well. So we're going to take the swing point up above this one that I'm just referring to, that is our last one above our guy. And we're also going to put a Fibonacci on that swing point and this volume location right here to our left. Well, as we test that volume location right up in here to this wick, we can't get any higher. We test our mean. We push on through our red. We try to make one final attempt at our red volume guy and our swing points resistance line. Boom! The selling again pushes it on down to the 32s. Now our next level's 25. We see that level. We come right back up and test the next resistance with 2 money bars, and our resistance is not lifting. Our resistance and our centipede is pushing down. We've already made the first and second target. Now I get to take our resistance, our fractal resistance pushed us to the downside. Now I get to take the next swing point and measure our 2 money bars and volume boxes. I'm looking for the white, the red, and then the white, and then the final red off of those two. Now, if you kind of go back, yes, there was the fractal support resistance. Here was the fractal resistance here. Could have got in more there. And also, what did we do? We lifted up just for the 61.8 on the trade right there. No higher. We didn't even get on the swing point above us. Not even a lift to the 500. The pressure was so great to the downside on our fractal support and resistance. Ladies and gentlemen, that's just some more setups there on the fractal support and resistance. I'm going to show today's Friday morning trading live now. All right, now this is the YM, today's date, Friday, to February the 15th. We can see it's Monday, and right now it's 11:34 as I'm doing this video. So the first thing I see here at the open, what is the open price? The open price is $31,545. Well, I've gotten support. I'm green. Looky here, looky here. We do a perfect 61.8 pullback. Get support on our support and resistance. Take right back up on off of our perfectly alignment. And if we now look at the fib, look at the fib. We go from our pullback to our white to our let me say the white to our red, and then to our next white, and then to our final red right there off of our support and resistance. Look, now let me kind of clear it so that we can break it down. The next level on the YM, swing point where we got support, push up, perfect 61.8 pullback, lifting on up again off of the support and resistance. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, on the trade setups here, there was no more stops right there. There's nothing in that candle. They took it all already. There's no reason to come back. Now, obviously over here, when we look at the next level up, We came right into our support and resistance. We didn't get there to the full 61, but we got into the zone. So my trade setup would be, okay, well, it hit it, and I've got to get in anywhere above the outside of the midpoint if I'm only following the trade and resistance. Perfect setup down here with the money bar and the trade in our support area as well. Support just keeps pushing up, and now here we just break on through. We have our no more support here through this line up above. We just went so quick here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is a 20-minute video of how I work with support and resistance. If you're not using the correct tools, check us out at precisionvolumetrading.com. Have any questions? Send me an email, precisionvolumetrading@gmail.com. Have a happy President's Day. Safe trading out there. Please like and subscribe. Again, any questions? Send us an email.